Hello everyone, it's me Partyfun, and today we have a bunch of bulk. Right, again this is part 2 of however many that we were gonna be doing from this parcel from Brickbin, right? So obviously we're not gonna go through everything in one video because it's too much. It's literally a kilo of Lego. However, I will try my best to show you everything that we get in here. I'm gonna be using this little thing as something where I'm gonna pour the pieces into, and we're gonna go through it scoop by scoop basically. So again, if you don't know, Brickbin is a seller, a Lego seller. He sells on Whatnot just like me. As well as he sells on his own website, which you can probably find down below in the description, as well as just on Brickbin, obviously. So there we go. Hopefully you can see everything now. Again, I have 2 lights, but apparently they're not working as well as I thought. Let's start one by one in here. This is a CMF torso, right? It usually has a scarred face and like a monster plant helmet. So everything that's more than 10 pounds or just a highlight item will probably go somewhere here if I can fit it in there, but that is going to be completed later. This is a pilot. I think I either got the same torso and legs and just couldn't be bothered to find the helmet, or I didn't and get the torso. I actually got the helmet and now I have the torso, so we will see about that later. Again, maybe at some point I will get a Bricklink store and you will be able to see all of those on my Bricklink. So this is a mummy. There is a chance this is a glow-in-the-dark one because I have one glow-in-the-dark right here. So this is glow-in-the-dark printing, and if we flip them, they look the same. So if I just put it next to the light and check it, so you can see that you can't really see that one glowing. I can check that in a second. So no, it's actually not the glow-in-the-dark one. I wasn't sure, so I went into the dark, and you can clearly see that this one is glowing, the torso and legs, and this one is not. That is quite sad. However, it's still very cool piece, and it is from Monster Hunters, I believe. So very cool. There we go. Then we have Ninjago skeleton. Ninjago I will honestly just set aside for myself. And speaking of Ninjago, look at this. There's barely anywhere at the front. It's very hard because the lights are in a very weird positions. But there we go. There's closer to one light. You can see that there is very tiny mark at the front. I just missed one for £2.65 on Bricklink because someone listed it as an average price and not not appropriate price, but it usually goes for like 20 pounds for just one helmet. And a good thing is I have one coming without the helmet, so I'm very happy with that one. I believe this is actually a CMF. I think that sticker is worn off slightly, as you can see right there, but it is still a very cool figure. I don't know if it actually is complete or not, because the face is actually a generic city face, or maybe this was like a polybag, I don't know. I will have to figure this one out, but I think I know who would love one of those. So again, I will set that one aside. Then we have a dog. I have a bunch of dogs, or I had a bunch of dogs. Most of them are with Brandon now. And the bad ones, I still have like 4 of them. This is Master Chang helmet. I think I needed one as well, so that is great. Again, I will set Ninjago aside. This is Ghost from Haunted, from Ninjago. This is another Ghost from Haunted, from Ninjago. Just let's get all of the Ninjago out, shall we? So this is mask for Nia. Actually, this is a very useful mask. This is Deepstone one. I believe the Skybound one uses a different mask, and it's very hard to get the Skybound one because there was a version that came with hair in the Dogshang set. This is the first big fig from Ninjago, and that one didn't have the helmet. It had a hair. I know that specifically because I had that set, and it was very annoying that the figure only came with hair, not helmet. There we go. Then we have, this is shoulder pads from the same Lloyd actually, so that is great. It came on Lloyd and I believe on gift with not gift with purchase, but pack Samurai X. I believe I have it somewhere there. So yeah, that color is actually quite rare. I'm very glad to get that. Black, on the other hand, is most common one. Maybe gold is the most common one, but the silver ones are very, very hard to get. And they're quite needed, especially in times when the first season suits are very popular. This is just a scuba torso helmet from Ocnautica or something like that. Doesn't matter. This is Ninjago Snake. I think I have that color as well. This is just the torso for the Deep Stone Co. I believe there is no cracks. They are amazing condition. Jeez. Oh no, there is a tiny crack right there. Tiny crack, so that is unfortunately not usable. This is actually our Jitsu helmet for Jay, which is very nice. Then we have Bib Fortuna helmet. This might be an OG one because I feel like the other one had a print in, but maybe not, and I'm just confusing it. But no, I don't think it's a G one because there is like not a number basically. There is like a bunch of numbers and stuff like that. Let's go to this one. There is Lloyd's head. They are incredibly hard to get nowadays. I have a few Lloyds, but they are damaged. And then we have Kai right there. Kai head is quite scuffed, but it's fine. Kai is the easiest head to find. Then we have Ronin actually. This is the OG Ronin head. I love that character. I have him on display literally next to me. If you want to see that, you can ask me on Whatnot to show you guys. This is from City. I have like 3 of them already. Again, they're stickered, but yeah, there we go. This is great. I actually needed one in this color for my iframe cabin, so I will for now go put it in there. I believe this is one of the Rebels that has the blue head, and I believe actually there's the blue head that I was talking about. So I think this goes on that, but I also need a backpack and I think a helmet for this fella. Then we have 2 of Stone Warriors from Ninjago, right? They actually feel incredible. All of those pieces feel incredible, probably because they were washed. Brickbin washes all of their pieces. So yeah, this is actually a fake helmet head. I noticed that because you can see the printing is quite smaller than a normal one. There we go. They have a specific box where all of the fake stuff goes. I bought a green one like this for like 50 pence recently, so that's like £1 for both of those. Very, very nice. Then we have, this is not Dumbledore, Voldemort from Harry Potter. I was checking if that was a crack. I don't think that is a crack. I will go through all of this later on. This is amazing. This is a black cape. Black cape will immediately go there because I love black capes, and they're incredibly hard to find. There are a few figures that are only worth around £3. For example, there was like an Incredibles character, some other stuff that was just a city torso. But because they have black cape, I usually try to get them purely because, especially in a good condition, purely because of how hard it is to get a black cape nowadays. They go for around £5 on their own. This shark unfortunately had some shark bites on its head, but other than that, it's pretty cool. Good. This is a Nindroid torso without cracks, and this is a follower, Chank's follower legs as well. Again, I will probably improve the quality of all of this. This is just, again, one of those Atlantis, I believe, scuba guys. Again, you probably saw this one from miles away, and I'm very, very excited because this is not cracked even. This is Martian Manhunter. I have one. I will show you that in a second here. Okay, so I found my other Martian Manhunter. You can see that they are quite similar, but this one is more closer to the comics. I actually bought this one because I had the legs for him, which were quite expensive. If I had Bricklink store, I would love to list this. As you can see, it's real Lego right there. Very, very cool. And that is actually the legs for this one, not the one that I'm holding in the other hand. However, there is two versions. I have my phone right here, so hopefully you can see. It's very, very dark hand. I'll try my best to... There we go. So you can see there is two versions, which are both of those. This one only needs a cape. It looks like a blue thin cape. Unfortunately, the cape I have is blue spongy one from the, not Gatekeeper, but another Marvel fig. So if I list it, I will have to state the fact that it uses the wrong cape, and this one actually came from Bollywood. Whoa, he is expensive as hell. Well, obviously he has the leg printing, so he probably is the better of the two. And obviously he looks older and more closer to the appearance in the games. Again, he is from 2014. I can check if there is anything in UK. Search. That is not what I meant, but yeah, there is one for like 22 pounds, as you can see. Yeah, very, very cool. A very, very cool figure. But the other one needed the collar. He has the spongy cape, but he needed the collar, which is why mine is not yet for the sale. And again, this one is expensive as hell as well, as you can see for the used listings. This one actually came from this set right here, with that thingy. I don't remember his name, but I believe he was quite cheap fig. He's like 4 pounds. And nowadays, this is 5, this is like 30 pounds. I have her, but she is staying until the show when the Supergirl releases on the end of the month. I'm gonna pound start Supergirl, and I'm gonna pound start this guy right here as well with her. So that is very exciting, and that's where the other one is from. So here you go. Again, this is not not only just going through the bulk, but it's also educating you on some weird Lego facts, which is usually why I watch a lot of those videos. So I try to give back to the community. So this is another just city fig. This is Emmett. Just who doesn't have an Emmett? This is Spooky Night. No, it's actually just pure black book, but I can feel something rumbling inside. Probably Harry Potter, actually, with a sock. So this is actually Dobby's diary. Shame, because I just sold Dobby. A very goofy looking Dobby as well. This is Mandalorian from Star Wars. Again, you can check, because they usually crack very easily, but not this one, apparently. Then we have a stand for TIE Interceptor. I believe this is one of those stands for planets. This is Ninjago Deepstone / Skybound Lloyd helmet. Quite expensive figure, that one, so it's very nice to get this, especially considering I have one coming. This is actually Moro's legs, and Moro is currently like quite expensive figure, even though he came in 2 sets basically. But yeah, there we go. This is actually the backpacks I was talking about for that blue guy. Maybe we can complete a figure here. So this guy, I believe, needs this gray helmet. I don't know if they have any printed tiles in the middle of their backpacks, but there we go. He is complete. Again, they are very tight because they are very clean. And the other one, I see someone decided to have some fun and build some mocks, which I'm not really complaining about. Just a fun fact. This is actually not the OG one. This is the 2016 Catwoman. Don't actually remember her, but yeah, there we go. Very nice. Ooh, that's not supposed to go there. I'm gonna get so confused later on. This is one of those guys. Oh, actually, clone head. Wow, thank you very much. I appreciate that, and in perfect condition as well. So this is the person that needs this torso right there. I'm very glad he is basically complete. I had this piece in my Bricklink wanted list. I believe I have the torso and legs, but they might be damaged, which is why I didn't order that one. So yeah, that is very nice. I can complete that. This guy just needs legs. I believe I have his legs. He also needs a tile and a wrench. This is dummy CMF. Quite expensive figure when you complete him with the tile. This is Aztec Warrior's helmet, and this is the most expensive part. Well, except for, I think, the shield and the spear. But if you don't want the accessories, this is definitely the way to go. I believe this might be for the person version of one of those, but I will put it on this guy for now to keep them together. Honestly, my back currently is killing me. This is definitely not the setup, but oh well, this is one of the ghosts from Possession, which is this helmet is going to, and those shoulder pads go to as well. Very nice. Then we have Zane right here. This is OG Zane. However, the head alone and the helmet, obviously, are very, very expensive because they did not appear on many figures. And they also appeared on one of the bounty hunters, which is not very good because Star Wars bounty hunters usually need the parts, and that even worsened the state of the market for the hood. But yeah, there we go. As well as the head. This is Lucy's hair. The head alone only appeared on a few figures because Zane became titanium very, very quickly in like 3 seasons. Which did not help. There we go. This is from, oh my god, Mars Attack or Mars Mission or something like that, where there is like a lot of stinky bugs. And like H-Bug costs like 20 pounds for no reason. This is Cole ZX. Very nice. One of the most common ones. This is Rebel, but he has seen better days, as you can see. No damage on him, but definitely some war. Same with this one. I believe that was Hoth Rebel. There we go. This is Han Solo with wrong legs, as you can see. Don't think it has any cracks. I will check everything else later. Don't worry about that. This is the person that the other parts go to, which are the head and the hood that we found earlier. This is Skybound Lloyd. Quite hard to get figure nowadays with the hood and stuff, but there was a version with, I believe, his hair and his shoulder pads in the big set with Nadakan, so maybe that makes him a bit easier to acquire because he came in basically 2 sets. This is Penguin, but with wrong legs. I have something to put him in. I have like a duck vehicle for him, so that is very nice. This is shoulder pads. Just call them shoulder pads. The one that I said are probably the most common ones. This is from Explorer, from Adventurers, I believe. Some accessories, as you can see. There is a Lord of the Rings helmet right here. That is amazing because I actually have a Lord of the Rings guy that has like a chest plate, but he doesn't have a helmet. However, the chest plate doesn't have the printing, so I don't know if it's a figure with the printing on the helmet, no printing on the chest piece. This is actually the legs that go to the penguin. I will complete him right now. There we go. This is complete penguin with his little ducky. I don't actually know if that's the penguin that goes to this duck. I will have to double check that later, but very, very cool. We managed to complete a figure. Ding! I'm gonna be honest, I will really need a break after this. This is just Harry Potter torso, just a city torso. Fun fact, I think the same city torso is used for Pa from... this is Ninjago skeleton from the Lego movie. So Emmett's dad. But the female one, the mom, uses a different torso. And the torso is quite much rarer than the male one, obviously. This is Skylar, and it is great because I actually need one. I need the torso specifically because mine is cracked. So now we can list that. But they are getting harder and harder to get, so we might need to price accordingly, unfortunately. There we go. Then the just legs. I will just press on the zoom. There we go. As you can see, nothing much, just city torso. This is actually from the Olympian from a while ago, so I'll set that aside because I think there's two of those actually. This is from like Harry Potter, clone legs. This is that CMF that I was talking about in the previous video, which needed that glove. This is a classic space helmet. This is Malfoy. This piece alone is like 2 pounds. I'm got very excited because I have the figure. I have the figure near my legs right now. He needs the cape, and he needs this hair. The hair is like 2 pounds. The cape, obviously, I told you already, it's like 5 pounds. There is no reason for the figure that has the cape and the expensive hair to be like 3 pounds, which is absurd. I priced mine at 5 because of the cape and how good the condition of the cape is. But I don't know, I'll probably break him down again and just put him as pieces, because I don't see the point of parts being so much more expensive than an actual fig, especially when they use a black cape. So yeah, this is very exciting, but as well as I'll probably sell him without the cape. I have him near my legs right now. Then we have Star Wars helmet right here. This is the knight helmet. We might need this later, so again I will set this aside. And we have just, oh, actually this is dummy legs. Would you look at that? We managed to complete a dummy CMF right here. Very, very nice. And some other accessories, miscellaneous. So there we go. Very glad we got the blasters right there. Blasters are like 20p each. And I usually try to give them to my Star Wars people, as well as I just got him out. This is the cape for that Moro figure that I mentioned earlier. This will go in the Ninjago pile for now, but it comes on many figures, not necessarily Ninjago. It's very, very useful. Right, so that was the first part. My spine is killing me. I'm gonna go stretch, and I'll come back for the other one. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.